Good morning, Kiara. How are you doing today?
Good morning, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. How about
Okay,
you?
I'm great. I feel very well today. Good morning, Luceni. Yes.
Good morning, teacher Kiara. How are you?
How are you doing today, Luceni?
I'm great, teacher. It is already changed the time. Right now, British Columbia is 3 hours behind from Colombia.
Only 3 hours?
Yeah, now it's 3 hours. Before 2, now it's 3. Yeah,
3 hours.
the time
Oh,
changed last Sunday. 1 hour.
you change the clocks.
Yes.
You have to change the clocks twice a year?
Well, yeah, on November 2 and on March 24. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Luceni, I have
Yeah.
a question. How do you know that you have to change the hour? How do you know that?
I don't know, it's strange. I don't know. The people say the government moved the clock, yeah, 1 hour because it start the winter. So right now, sunrise at 8 a.m. and sunset at 4:30 p.m. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
it's strange. It's weird for me. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
But the day is not the same every year. The day changes.
Every year, no.
And the day changes. For instance, this year it was in November the 2nd, but
Yeah,
last year it was in a different day.
yeah. And it's 24 maybe on March 24 in March. It's always same. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
uh, but it
yeah.
depends on the season, right? When the season changes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. It in
Yeah,
the United States, in some states of the
yeah.
United States happen the same, no? It's the same. And
Is it?
In Europe too. In Europe, you have to change the clocks, the hour, the time every year, twice a year.
Twice, yeah.
Because in some season, the difference between Colombia and Europe is 6 hours, and in other season is 7 hours.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay, good.
it's straight, right?
Yes, it's very, very strange. For
Yeah.
instance, here in Colombia, the time is always the same. We don't change the time.
It's
But there in North America and in Europe, people have to change the times. And you have to do it manually, no?
it's
Because
manually. Yeah.
or or the or
The cell
the
phone
cell phones change
is
automatically.
yes, the cell phone is automatically and the clothes, the house of my clothes, yeah, my watch is changed manually. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The cell phones are different because when you are, for instance, you are traveling by plane, the cell phone changes automatically. The cell
Yes.
phone changes automatically. You don't have to do it. Okay, good. Good
Yeah.
to be here, Luceni. And what about the weather? Is it very
Thank you.
cold or not yet?
Yeah, it's in this moment is autumn, but it's not very cold. It's windy day. Yeah, windy day at 10 degrees. Yeah, 10 or 6 degrees.
Because
Degrees, yeah.
what is
And
the lowest temperature you have felt in Canada?
In British Columbia is not bad. Is
Under.
minus 10. Minus is minus.
Yes, minus or under?
Minus 10 is
The lowest?
the lowest, yeah, in this provincial in British Columbia. It's not too bad. Yeah.
Minus 10 degrees. So, Kiara, you can imagine that? For instance, we go to Bogota, and Bogota is maybe 14.
12.
We feel very cold now. Can you imagine to be under 10 degrees, minus 10 degrees? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's very, very cold. And we are not used to that cold, so it's very difficult for us. It's hard to us.
Yeah, it's difficult, but when you stay outside, right? Because the bus has heating and house has heating or factory is called in outside in a stop bus. In a stop bus, yeah.
Okay, so today we are going to start with a question, with a simple question, but you have to think about the answer. I'm going to ask you, Chiara and Luceni, what is the hardest language to learn? You're going to think about that question. What is the hardest, the most difficult language to learn? What do you think? What language could be the most difficult to learn? Kiara, what about you? What do you think? What do you think is the hardest?
I would say it is Chinese.
Chinese.
Chinese or probably typical languages from Asia or Asia.
Asia, okay.
Asia, that's it. And especially Chinese, where I have seen that in Korea, I've seen that they have some letters, or if I could say it that way, because I don't think those are letters specifically, but they have some letters or vocabulary related with Chinese, with the Chinese language, and it makes a little bit more difficult to learn because of it. So I would say Chinese is the most harder language.
Okay, the hardest or the most difficult? Okay. I don't know too much about Chinese, but Korean or Japanese languages, but these are not. They don't have an alphabet like us, no? They don't have an alphabet like us, so we can talk about letters, no? Letters. They talk about like symbols, no? They talk about like symbols or signs, which are a little different because here in Colombia and in French, in English, we find or we can find an alphabet. So we talk about A, B, C, D or A, B, C, D, but in Japanese, Korean, in Chinese, they don't have an alphabet, they don't have letters, they have signs or symbols. Okay, what do you think, Luciani? What is the hardest or the most difficult language to learn?
I don't know. Kiara is right. Chinese is very, very difficult, but Japanese, my son is learning Japanese in his high school. Oof, my son need to learn different alphabet, different, not just one, because in Colombia or in English, it's different alphabets, different letters, different. Yeah. When I watch or looking my son when he's studying Japanese at home or practice, it's difficult, the letters. But the pronunciation is same. That is easier. The pronunciation, the letters is same. Is not different in English because the words is changed or the pronunciation is different. In Chinese is same. Is same. Right? the letters inside the pronunciation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some languages which are not so difficult to pronounce because the writing is similar to how you pronounce, no? And
Yes.
there are many, many languages like this. English is one of the most difficult, taking into account the pronunciation, no? The
Wow.
pronunciation because, as I have always said, there are not strict rules, so you can say you always pronounce this letter like this. No, you can
Mhm.
find a word and the letter I is pronounced in some form in this word, but the same letter in another word is pronounced differently. Okay, let me see that we have another student here. Juan, good morning. Juan, how are you doing today? Are you... No, I can't hear you, Juan. I can't hear you. No, Juan.
Right now.
Now,
Yes.
yes. Now, yes.
Oh, hello, teacher Lusami.
Hello.
I am new here. I have to ask some well to I don't know how to spell it. To excuse me to not be at the meetings at the before meetings. This is my first one.
Yes.
Because I am a teacher at the university, so my schedule was so busy. Actually, right now, I have today a meeting with my colleagues, with my other teachers, that started at the 9 p.m. And fortunately, we finished that meeting kind of 20 minutes ago, and I saw the mail with this meeting in my web platform of the English course, and I use singing right now because I just have to I have the time right now, and
Yes.
I'm here to
Hey, that's great. That's
meet.
great, Juan. Where do you live, Juan?
Well, I live in Duitama City in Boyacá.
Okay, in Duitama. Duitama is cold.
Yeah,
It's very cold.
yeah.
Here we have 4 people together. You are in Duitama. Kiara is in Melgar, which is very hot. Luceni is in Canada.
Whoa.
Canada is too cold. Oh, she was explaining to us that in this moment, right now, it's not very cold, but it's very windy. It's very windy because autumn is now there. But in December and in January, February, it will be very, very cold. What do you teach, Juan? Are you a teacher? You're a professor. What do you teach?
Yeah. I am an industrial designer with kind of 12 year of experience in manufacture. And right now I am leading three courses in the master degree. I guess in Canada that kind of programs call it bachelor. I don't know.
Bachelor.
Bachelor degree. I don't know if is
Bachelor
this
degree.
is the same of the master degree, or is the university level. I don't know. Well, I actually teaching three programs, classes. The first one is named Interaction Paradigms in English. I teaching this course in English, called Interaction Paradigms. The program is called User Experience, the Maestría in User Experience. And then the first classes is the interaction paradigms. The mouse is one of kind of paradigms of interaction with human and computer. The keyboard is another way to interact with the computer. So there are a lot of interaction paradigms, like a paradigm. In right now in 2025 year we are living, we use that personal assistants like Google, like Alexa, and that paradigm of interaction is the voice. We talk with that assistants through the voice, and that is a new paradigm of interaction. Kind of is the one of the classes. The other one is requisitos de usuario in Spanish. So to design an app, a mobile app for the phone, or to design a website, we have to know which one was or going to be our users, and that way we have to know the requirements. I am trying to translate the meaning of the classes in Spanish is requisitos de usuario. So I guess in English maybe user requirements.
Yes, users requirements.
Users requirements. We need that info to design our website or design our app. So that's what is one of the two classes I'm leading, teaching at the UNAP. The other one is the master degree final. I don't know how to tell. When the student finish all the courses and have to write his thesis, his finished work. I have two students to leading, to teaching in that way, in that way is not the word I try to find. Steps of his career, the final steps, step of his student.
Okay, so you use English a lot in your daily life.
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
Okay, it's quite interesting one. And have you ever been have you ever been abroad? Have you ever traveled to another country?
I never get out of Colombia. I don't know how I don't know how to tell it, but actually is my state right now. I never go out from Colombia in my 43 years old. But in other way, I go to a lot of places right here in Colombia. I really like to go to Canada, Luceni. I like to ask you where of Canada, where you like now. I know there are two kind of Canada, like the Francis one and the English one. I really like to know Canada, but asking the question, I never go out of Colombia. I go to Cucuta and stay in the line between Colombia and Venezuela and never go out. In Nariño, near to Ecuador, I was there in Pasto, but I do not go out to the border line. But in Colombia, I know a lot of places. like Barranquilla, Medellin. In Boyacá, Boyacá is a state which have 123 cities, and I already knew kind of 45 cities of Boyacá. Antioquia is another state which have a lot of cities, minor cities now. Antioquia have kind of 124 cities, and was the biggest state, biggest, not the biggest, the ones who have a lot of cities, but the biggest one may be Amazonas or Bichada. Well, but those states have less minor cities than the other ones that I mentioned, like Boyacá or Antioquia.
Okay, thanks, Juan. Kiara, have you ever traveled to Boyacá? You know some cities from Boyacá, Kiara?
I've traveled before to Boyacá because some family members are from Boyacá, but I don't remember exactly the cities I have gone there. I remember a city called I don't remember. I forget everything. But yes, I have to go there. It's very cold, and I like the sightseeing. I don't know how can I say that. Paisaje,
Landscapes.
landscapes. The landscapes looks like Teletubbies. Have you seen the Teletubbies?
Okay, yes. Yes, Boyacá is a very beautiful department. There you can find a lot of touristic places, and it's easy to go from one city to another because it's near, no? For instance, you can go to Paipa, Tunja, Duitama, Ráquira, because all these cities are near, so you can go there easily. And those cities are very touristic, so you can find too many things to do. And of course, I think the weather is nice. It's cold, it's a little cold, but it's a really good weather to live there. Okay, Juan, and finally, I was asking to Lucenia and Kiara a question. What do you think? What is the hardest or the most difficult language to learn, according to you, Juan?
Well, I have two of them, Chinese and Dutch. Dutch, yeah. Chinese because the things, the alphabet, the symbols, the symbols
Signs or the symbols?
are different of I know in Spanish. And Dutch, the words they have that kind of largest words, the words that have 3 or 4 or 5 words connected, like kindergarten boys, and I don't know what kindergarten form dust can. It's a one word. So so I guess that one the Chinese and Dutch are the most difficult language to learn for me. In comparison, or by the other hand, if we go to French or Portuguese, that language were so similar to Spanish, so that the two languages will be more easily to learn for me, because
Yes.
I am a Spanish talker.
Yes, you are right when you said that that question. When I ask you what is the hardest or the most difficult language to learn, it depends on the person, no? It depends on the person because it depends on your native language. Because
Yeah.
if you speak Spanish, like your first or your native language, you can learn Portuguese, Italian, French, Italian easily, no?
Yeah.
But because those languages belong to the same family. But if you talk about Chinese, Korean, Japanese, it belongs to a totally different family, so it will be more difficult. However, UNESCO, that organization, UNESCO, has already established the top 10 of the hardest languages around the world.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share with you that top 10. And here are the final UNESCO ranking. This is the top 10. They say that these are the top 10, the 10, the most difficult languages to learn. We start with French, Danish, Norwegian, German, Finnish, Japanese, Icelandic, Literary Arabic, Greek, and Chinese, which is the most difficult language. So, Kiara and Juan, you were right. Chinese is the most difficult language. Here you can find that they don't talk about English, they don't talk about Spanish,
Yeah.
because those languages are considered like easy to learn, and that's right. When we compare English with other languages, with German, Danish, French, Icelandic, and Chinese, English and Spanish are easy, no? Are easy to learn. Maybe sometimes we think that English is difficult, but no, it's not so difficult comparing with other languages, no? For instance, we have here French. What happened with French? When we talk about French, the grammar is more difficult than in English. The pronunciation is more difficult than English. Because, for instance, for example, in French, you can find 3 kinds of accents. 3 kinds of accents. Tildes, no? This is one like this, one like this, and another like this. This is 3 kinds of accents like this. Okay? And if we talk about different language, for instance, one said something like Dutch, no? When I have to say something here. We talk about the German language, the language that is spoken in Germany, and some people consider the Dutch language like the one who talk there, but it is a little different because it is a mix of all of other languages, no? For instance, Deutsch is spoken in Netherlands, and they mix English, they mix German, they mix French, and other languages, no? This is a mix, a combination among different languages, so it is very difficult. And that's a big difference with Colombia, no? Colombia, we speak Spanish, and sometimes we listen to American people, Portuguese, no more. But, for instance, when you are in Paris, in Switzerland, in Sweden, you listen to 4, 5, 6 languages different, because there are people from all over the world. And it happens the same with Luceni. Luceni has already told us that there you can find Filipinese people, Chinese, American, Canadian, French, and different languages. We spoke and we listen to different languages. Okay, now what happened here with the world's most difficult language, the Chinese? We can read here, UNESCO is giving credit where credit is due. Chinese is officially the most difficult language in the world. To give you an idea of the complexity of this language is very complex, no? The written form gives no clues as to pronunciation. That's a very difficult thing here because they don't use an alphabet, they use symbols.
Symbols.
No? They use symbols. They don't have the alphabet. And pronunciation and intonation completely change the meaning of a word. Look at this. The same word with a different pronunciation has a different meaning, okay? Intonations or tones, which of course are specific to Chinese and almost impossible for a Romance or Germanic ear to hear. So you will need to train relentlessly to master this language. I have a partner here in Ibagué that works with our university. He was there in China for 5 years. He was there for 5 years. And he says that it's not enough time to learn Chinese because Chinese is a big country, a very, very big country. Unlike here in Colombia, for instance, in this Caribbean zone, in the Amazonas, in Nariño, we speak Spanish, of course, but with different intonation, with different pronunciation, with different meanings. There happens the same. He says that sometimes Chinese people from one region to another region can't talk and can't understand because the intonation, the pronunciation is different. So it's quite complex, very, very complex to learn Chinese. And he says that when you are going to learn Chinese, there is a specific course that you have to take in order to learn how to write the signs, the symbols, because you have to write the symbols in specific way. So for instance, when they write a sign, that sign means house, but if you add a line here or a line below or a line on top of the sign, it has a different meaning. So that's a very difficult language to learn. Okay, and here we are going to see the easiest language. Okay, and English, a light version of the Germanic languages. Remember that English belongs to the Germanic language. That's why English and German have many similarities. Okay, have many similarities. When you study German, you can find a lot of words which are similar to English. Okay? English has become simple over time. What's more, we all have at least a basic vocabulary in English. And that's right, all of us, Kiara, Hussein, Juan, and me, we have a lot of words, a lot of vocabulary in our daily life related or that come from English, no? We know, we can see, we can find a lot of name of stores and a lot of shopping malls, cars, different marks that are in English and we are related to the languages. Whether from English words borrowed into our native languages or from our business vocabulary. And many terms are very similar to French and other Romance languages, making it much easier to learn. No? So remember, English is not difficult. You have to think about that. You have to aware of that. English is not difficult. You can learn English. You can study and you can improve your English if you practice every day. Okay, now we are going to see this one. Today, I'm going to share with you, we are going to start doing a little exercise about the uses of a verb like. We know that like is a common verb. It's a very common verb in English, but we use like with the meaning of gustar, no? And I say, I like burgers, I like pizza. I don't like or I dislike, no? The opposite. But like, that word has different meanings. We are going to match these questions with the correct answer. We have 5 questions. Now, would you like a pizza? Do you like your t-shirt? What is your sister like? What does your friend like? What would you like? For instance, Kiara, what is the correct answer for this question? Would you like a pizza? Look at the options.
We have to. Okay. Would you like a pizza? I would say is yes, please.
Yes, please. This one, okay? Luceni, do you like your t-shirt? What is the correct answer for that question? Luceni?
Sorry. Yes, she's lovely.
Okay, yes, she's lovely. Juan, what is your sister like? What is the correct question to that answer? To that,
She,
answer to that question.
she likes dancing and going to cinema.
Okay, Kiara, what does your friend like?
Very kind and friendly.
Okay, and the last one, Luceni? No, I'm going to do it that.
Take-
What would you like? Tea, please. So look at this. We have here all the 5 questions have like, but it doesn't have the same meaning, no? For instance, when I say, would you like a pizza, no? It's an offer, it's a polite question, no? Le gustaría, no? Would you like a pizza? When we go to a restaurant or we go to a cafeteria, or we invite some people, some person, we use this type of question. Would you like? Would you like a pizza? Would you like a coffee? Would you like a tea? Le gustaría. When we say, do you like your t-shirt? Que si le gusta algo, no? Do you like? That's the traditional question. Do you like pasta? Do you like hamburgers? Do you like pizza? But we can use this like for people, no? Do you like him? Do you like your new friend? Do you like your boyfriend? Do you like your boyfriend, your girlfriend? And this one, what is your sister like? Here, that's a different question, no? The meaning of like is different here. What is your sister like? And look at the answer. She likes dancing and going to the cinema. Okay, stop here. And we are going to check the question because there is one.
Correct.
There is one incorrect. Okay, wait a minute oh my gosh. Let me see that there is another. There was who was incorrect because would you like a pizza? Yes, please. Do you like your t-shirt? Yes, she's lovely. What is your sister like? So when we ask this question, what is your sister like? We are asking about how the person is, no? We are asking for some characteristics, okay? So characteristics. Okay. So let's see. We have another one. What does your friend like? What does your friend like? Here, the question, the WH, what, and finally the like is ¿cómo es? ¿No? What does your friend like? ¿Cómo es su amiga o su amigo? ¿Cómo es? So here When we ask WH, what and like, estamos preguntando por cómo es una persona, cómo es una cosa. What does your father like? ¿Cómo es tu papá? What does your mother like? Okay, and here is a information question, the WH. What did you like? Which is related to this, would you like a pizza, no? It's a kind of affair, no? ¿Qué le gustaría, no? ¿Qué le gustaría? What did you like? And it's very traditional to use this expression in order to offer something. What did you like to drink? What did you like to eat, no? So when we say, what did you like? Tea, please, okay? And here we have two possible answers for these two possible questions, okay?
Mhm.
And for instance, I'm going to check like this and like this. And check answers, yes. That's correct.
Yeah, it's confused. Yeah.
It's a little confused, no? It's a
Yeah.
little confused. It's a little
Yes.
confused because these are very similar questions, no? Similar
Mm.
questions. When we ask, what is your sister like? And what does your friend like? Because ambas le estamos preguntando cómo es una persona, ¿no? But when we ask for characteristics, ¿no? Very kind and friendly, and she likes dancing and acá decimos lo que le gusta hacer y acá las características, ¿no? So that's the difference between them. Let's see here, and we are going to learn or some examples about that. We have here, he is like a father to me. So this like is not the traditional meaning, no? Es gustar, no? What does it mean, dislike, in these questions? He is like a father to me. She is acting like a child. It's like a burger. Or there are lots of people like us. What does it mean in these sentences, the word like?
It's common. It's common.
Oh, here, the word like is not gustar, it's como, no? He's like a father to me, es como un padre. She is acting like a child, está actuando como un niño. It's like a burger, es como una hamburguesa. There are lots of people like us, hay muchas personas como nosotros, yeah? That's the difference, okay? Here we have another sentences, another examples about how to use in a different way the word like, no? She looks like her mother. When we say she looks like, both words looks like, we say, it's like in Spanish, se parece. She looks like her mother, se parece a su madre, no? When we say the boy, the children like or look like their parents, se parecen a sus padres, or the dog looks like, se parece a, el perro se parece a. So when we use those two words, look and like, it's se parece, no? It sounds like a cat, it's like with the same meaning of como, suena como gato o suena parecido a un gato, ¿no? Here the like is como or similar a o parecido a. Nothing tastes like homemade lemonade. Nothing tastes like homemade lemonade, ¿no? Nada sabe como a la limonada de casa o hecha en casa. And here it smells like medicine. Huele como o similar o parecido a la medicina, ¿no? It feels like cotton. Se siente como algodón. So, we have here the uses of like. Like with the meaning of enjoy. And you enjoy something, you like something. You like to play soccer. You like painting. You like pizza. No? Would like, what is an affair? It's a want, when you want something. No? I would like to drink a coffee. I want a coffee. No? I would like to drink a coffee or I want coffee. Me gustaría o deseo un café. When we use the verb to be and like, the verb to be and like, and there is the explanation of the previous exercise we did. When we use the verb to be and like, for instance, I am like, you are like, she is like a question like this, what is your best friend like? We are asking or we are talking about characteristics, no? So when we say, what is your best friend like? Estamos preguntando, ¿cómo es su mejor amigo? And the answer has to be related to characteristics. Cuando vamos a decir, a responder esta pregunta, tenemos que utilizar características, ¿no? Polite, nice, friendly. Esas características son las que piden en este tipo de pregunta. Remember, the verb to be, is, are, and like. What is your best friend like? She is polite. He is very friendly. No, we are talking about characteristics. And finally, look like. When we use look like, for instance, what does your best friends look like? Here, we are talking about physical appearance. No, physical appearance. So here we talk about the way or the form the people are, no? Polite, kind, friendly, loveship, no? And here we are talking about appearance, physical appearance, tall, short, thin, fat, no? So when we answer this question, what does your best friend look like? We can say he's fat and tall. He's thin. That's the difference between these two questions. No, it's very, very important to take into account that there is a difference between them. Okay, and we are going to go to this
Teacher,
one.
I want to ask something.
Tell me.
In another page. If I wanna ask like not necessarily with what, but I want to use how. How is your best friend like? Is it possible or is not able?
Let me see. I'm going to explain using another pair of questions. Look at this. We have these two questions. What is the weather like and how is the weather? Okay. When you use this question, people are going to understand you. Okay. How is the weather? But the most appropriate way to ask the question is like this. What is the weather like? Okay. So it's the same in your question. You can answer, or you can ask, how is your best friend? You can ask that question and people are going to understand you. But the most appropriate way to answer is with WH, what, and at the end, like. Okay, what is your best friend? Or what does your best friend look like? No? Take into account if you want to know characteristics or if you want to know about her or his physical appearance. Okay, so remember, you can use this question, how is the weather? A Canadian person is going to understand you, but the correct form or the correct way to ask that question is, what is the weather like? Okay. Did you understand, Chiara? That's the difference between when you know the language and you are learning the language. No? When you handle, you master the language, you're going to use it appropriately. What is the weather like? But if you don't know the language, you're going to ask, how is the weather? And people are going to understand it. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, so let me see that we have here an exercise to do in order to finish this one. I'm going to share my screen. This one. So here, here we have another explanation, no? Like enjoy. I like coffee. The verb to be must plus like is when you are going to describe the personality or the characteristics. Like with the meaning of the same as, no? This Coke tastes like Pepsi. El would you like? Want, no? I like hamburger, please. And the look like is an appearance. When you are asking for the appearance of a person, you use what does he look like? And where you need to know some characteristics about the personality of a person, you have to use the WH and like at the end with the verb to be. What is he like? No? What is he like? So for instance, if I ask you, Luceni, what are you like? How can you answer that question?
What is he like?
No, what are you like? What are you like? Look at these two questions and the difference between these two questions. What do you look like? Luceni? What are you like?
I like the sport. I like no?
No, that's another one. That's the you're answering this one. What do you like? It's different.
Oh my God, teacher, I'm confused.
Those are three different questions. Let me
What?
see.
Yes.
If I ask you what do you like, you're going to say, okay, I like playing soccer. That's
Or
all.
like coffee, like dancing. Yes. Yeah.
But
This is
when I
like
ask you what are you like, what are you like, you are going to answer saying
the
some
personality.
characteristics about your personality because you are going to use WH, like, and the verb to be. Look at this. You have to say, I am nice.
Tall. Yeah. Okay. Describe myself
No,
first.
describe personality, characteristics of your personality, Luceni. And here, that's a different one. What do you look like when you use WH? And
Okay.
look like you are talking about appearance, physical appearance. So here you can say you are tall, you are short. Here you are going to say about your personality. If you are polite, you are nice, you are intelligent, you are smart. Okay. And
Okay.
here,
Okay.
what you like to do, like playing basketball, something like this.
Right. Okay. I got it. I got it, teacher.
Hey,
So sorry.
Kiara, let's try to answer these three questions.
Okay, if I would say, what do you like? I would say I like dancing, painting, or playing at the park.
Yes. What are you like?
I like, I don't know, friendly, spontaneous.
How do you answer with to be? I am friendly.
Okay.
Okay. You don't say I like friendly. No, I am friendly because you are asking the question with the verb to be. So you have to answer I am friendly.
Okay. I am friendly. Okay.
And the last one, what do you look like?
What do you look like? I'm tall. I am slim.
Yes, I'm tall. You are tall. You are slim, no? You are not thin, you are slim. That's a little different. Okay, and what about you, Juan? How can you answer these three questions? What do you like, Juan?
Well, like to describe personality.
No, this one, what do you like?
What
What do you like?
uh,
It's
I
a
like to
general question about what you like.
I like to see movies at Netflix.
Okay, good. What are you like? Remember, when
What?
you are going to answer this question, you have to talk about characteristics, about your personality. What are you like? One,
I like to be friendly. Maybe
I am, I am
I am
friendly.
I am friendly. I am friendly.
And
I
if I ask you, what do you look like? What do you look like?
well,
Look at this. In this case, you have to talk about your appearance, your physical appearance.
well, I have a little beard, maybe.
Okay, good. So it's not easy, no? It's not easy.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's not easy.
Some details, some little details, which change everything, okay? Because we know how to use the verb like, and it's very easy, no? I like burgers, but I don't like, okay? But like has another meanings, another different meanings and different ways to use these ones. Okay, we are going to stop here. Next Thursday, we are going to meet together at 8 p.m. So if you can log in, I will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. So bye-bye and have a good lunch.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Bye-bye.
teacher.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.